Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, Black Friday has arrived at last. This is a good pack if you like Void Shards. It doesn't actually properly highlight it here, but these are 4-star chickens if you click on it, and these are 5-star chickens. So 5 5-star chickens, 8 4-star chickens. Brews, don't really care about. Potions, okay, but 50 Void Shards for 100. It's a lot of money still, but you won't find a better price per Void Shard than this. But don't forget, guys, it's not 2 times Voids. Although the portal is a light, it's still the same chance for Voids. So only pull them if you're either desperate for Raglin or if you are crazy in the head. Save them for double times Void Shards if you're going to do that. Right, let's get through all the stuff. So today's video then, we're going to be going through Doom Tower Secret Room 8. Secret Room 8, I think, is going to be one of the toughest secret rooms that we know about so far. And that is just using HP-based champions to get through the content. So I'm going to run through different roles that we need to fill, different champions that can fill them. And then I'm going to show you some runs at the end with some of these teams kind of mixed up together. Can't do it on Doom Tower, obviously, but we'll do it on normal content. So let's get this going and, yeah, let's get into some champs. Okay, had to get rid of some red dots there before we carried on. So, to build a successful team, what do you need? You want someone bringing your AoE decreased defense. You want support champions. You want control. You want speed. You want damage. And you want some sort of healing. So, HP-based champions actually struggle in a couple of these areas hard. Like, they really struggle. So, you know, if you're talking about AoE decreased defense, there's literally 2 champions that do this, and they're both Void legendaries. So the chances of us all having a Coroner who's got AoE drop defense, or someone like a Surga who has got the ability to drop defense on an AoE, depending on who we're up against, is pretty slim. So you're then looking at, well, who else could step up and do some like single target drop defense stuff for us? And the person that came to mind was someone that a lot of us may have because of the recent, he was part of the recent Fusion event. So we do have a ability to drop defense on Baroth the Bloodsoaked. And Baroth is also bringing some shielding, so a bit of support to your team and a bit of turn meter stuff going on. So he's not a bad option to bring in for a single target drop defense if you're going up against, you know, like heavy tanks. And the other one that we don't really hear a lot about who could come in and do this job for you is actually Towering Titan, coming in, dropping defense on an A1 ability. So it's slim pickings for drop defense. And because of that, it means you probably need even more control than you'd normally bring. So let's talk about some control champions then. Control champions, actually, we've got some really strong ones here. So some of you may have... Where is he? Undead. No, I was right first time. No, Night Revs. Yeah, some of you may have Miscreated Monster. AoE stun on a 50% chance. He's also going to bring damage, and he's going to bring some protection, some support to your team with his ally protection and with his shielding he does. So Miscreated Monster could be MVP of this team in terms of epics. Other kind of control champions that we've got that can do dual roles. So somebody like Husk. Husk is actually wicked for this. HP-based champion, obviously. He's got AoE stuns as well. Not quite as effective as Miscreated Monster, but the percentage actually goes above Miscreated Monster's chance to stun on when you book him out. So it becomes a 60% chance to stun the whole team, which is really strong. It also does a big hit against your enemy with this on. So it's pretty good. He's got another reasonable hit here. And he's got a provoke here. So he's actually got a few roles that he can fill for you in a team like this. So Husk shouldn't be kind of left out the loop. We've got another one then in Nizana. Now Nizana, again, is overlooked a lot. She doesn't have control abilities, but if she's got all AoE abilities. So AoE A1, AoE A3, and then like a team protection A2. So she's also got protection. She's got decreased attack, which is nice when you can't put out decreased defense. and she's also got AoE hits. So if you throw her in a stun set, she can help you stun those waves and keep them under control. So I think she would be a really good option for you here in this type of content. If you've got legendaries, and we're talking legendaries, pretty much if you've got legendaries, they're probably coming into your team, right? Like Angar has got AoE provoke. You've got Harvest Jack has got AoE fears, and they're true fears, and decreased speed. Harvest Jack's actually like another MVP legendary if you've got him. Other legendaries that do this job pretty well would be someone like Sir Nick. So Sir Nick, again, MVP if you've got him. I can never remember what faction anyone's in. So Nick, MVP if you've got him. So again, similar to Miscreated Monster, big shields, big hits. He's also got Unkillable for your team. Don't bring Sir Nick and Miscreated Monster because they will double up and do the same job. Their shields just overwrite each other. They don't stack. So yeah, those will be good champions to bring in if you've got them. So let's talk about some support roles then. There's actually, I missed out a really valuable control champion who is Null Horn, HP based champion, really, really, really good rare that can come in, AoE provoke, and make himself unkillable. He is like MVP for this faction, for this mode as well. HP based, rotate his abilities quickly. Really, really strong champion for this. Okay, so let's get into the support guys then. And the first one up is going to be one of the new rares, Draconis. So he's Void, but HP based champion. Really solid rare. He's got heals on his A1, got shielding on his A2, and he's got a cleanse ability and heal on his A3. And again, pretty easy to keep alive, quite fast. Don't forget, guys, whenever we're talking about a whole team of HP-based champions here, you could have 1 or 2 in a shield set as well. So if you've got a support champion like this, that you could probably even run at 50, get him in a shield set and just protect your team from the off, which is really important as well. Who else we got then? So we've got the newly buffed Hope with a chance to remove all buffs. She might end up being super strong for this. If we don't know what we're up against, we might be up against Valk waves, we might be up against Manito waves, we might be up against anyone who throws out multiple buffs, yeah, and takes a long time to kill. So her ability here on a 3-turn cooldown to remove all enemy buffs, or 50% chance, 75 if booked, it could actually be clutch to get you through some of those waves. So she should come in to a lot of teams, I think. You've got healers in people like Vrask in the Orcs. So Vrask, he's literally, his only purpose in life is to heal. A1, give him some crit rate. He just heals all day long. He's not bad. I don't love him as a champion, but if you just need that kind of, throw him in a relentless set or a retaliation set and just get him healing as often as possible. Who else have I got on my list? We've got Manito himself. So I spoke about Manito earlier. Manito is Manito is, again, Void. If you got him, you probably built him for your clan boss, so he might be unavailable. Or you might just need to switch out his banner and make it an accuracy banner for doing this content. But he does have unkillable and block debuffs on his A3. He does have a full turn meter steal on his A2. And he puts out AoE decreased attack on his A1. His kit's crazy good. It's crazy good for any of this stuff if you're not got him locked away in your clan boss, which you might have and probably have. Again, the legendaries come in well here. So, Luden, good HP based champion, lots of healing, a bit like a powerful Krisk. Block cooldown steals as well, locking out the opponent. Ally protection, increased defense. His kit is actually insanely good. Black Knight in the same faction. Very good. Provoke, heals, increased defense, AoE ability, which hits hard. Interestingly, he's an HP based champion, but it's hard hits based off attack, which is weird. And Lord Chamfer as well. So you can put out AoE decrease attack and AoE decrease accuracy. So a lot of people sleep on how good this ability is. A bit of shielding and a decreased defense. So he could be pretty strong in this content as well. So let's get into speed champions. Again, there's not that many. There's not many. One which a lot of people overlook is Doomscreech. HP based champion. He's got a decreased accuracy A1, it's nothing really. got a field turn meter by 30%, and puts increased defense on your team on an A2. 3-turn cooldown if you book it. Doomscreech, a lot of people sleep on this guy. He's actually really, really strong. Really good. His weakness is he's got a very low base defense. He's also got a shield ability, so places a shield equal to 30% of his of max HP of this champion for 2 turns. So he attacks, then he puts a shield on. So again, not a bad one. Not a bad one. So he could come in. He's pretty much, other than Painkeeper, who does a bit of turn meter improvement, and by that I mean she's got an A1, fills her own turn meter. Maybe she doesn't fill turn meter at all, actually. No, she doesn't, sorry. She's got reduced cooldown. So, yeah, Doomscreech really is the go-to HP-based champion for speed, unless I've got it wrong. If I have, please comment below. Maybe I missed one. So let's go on to the sexy part then. Let's go on to damage. So who have we got for damage? There's a couple of surprises in here. I did a guide on this guy when he got buffed. Jotun hits hard now. Jotun is now good. He is very single target focused, but he is now good. So I think a lot of people are going to be running him. I think Jotun, Hope, Miscreated Monster, like as a 3, would be really solid for this content. Miscreated Monster and Husk I spoke about already. Both of them do a lot of damage. So Nick and Black Knight I spoke about already also do a lot of damage. Other than that, we are lacking in damage dealers in HP-based champions. You know, if you look through, I mean, there's not even a single epic or rare here. You know, you've got one. The new guy, the new fella, might well jump in and do this. Healing and damage. We'll test him soon. His A2 is meant to have a high multiplier, not far off of Miscreated Monsters. So there's a good chance, if you're deciding, should I get him or not, this might be the reason that you get him, because he actually will hit pretty hard. You know, again, like looking through HP-based champions, very few. One here we've spoken about. It's unbelievable like how few they are, and when you see them, how bad they are. Most of them. One, good defensive, but not very much damage. Not really useful here. Woed, painted, no thanks. Woe is me. Missionary could come in and do some damage, I guess. Not a terrible option. No one here. And one here, who I've not spoken about actually, who hits okay and has got ally protection and support. So not a bad support champion. But yeah, you can see for damage, we're really struggling. So I'm going to build out some of these champions now. I'm going to take them through some dungeon content, and you can see them in action and how some of the teams kind of synergize together. Okay, let's walk you through a few builds then. So we've got Hope. She's level 50. She's not fully ascended and stuff. I've made sure she's got enough accuracy to land her steal buffs or remove buffs. I've got her in a shield set. I've got her HP level high so that the shield set makes sense. And then when she does her shield ability, she'll do a good shield, good speed. So what I tried to aim for is like a couple of hundred accuracy, a couple of hundred speed, high HP, and then any other stuff is Brucey bonus on someone like this. She's full out support champion. Next support champion we've got is Null Horn. I've actually got him in a frost set, going quite fast. Again, right accuracy, couple of hundred speed. I've got his defense up higher because he's going to be taking a lot of the hits. We've then got, next on the list is Draconis. He's also in a shield set. Couple of hundred speed, doesn't need accuracy. Lots of HP to get that shield up high. We have got a Jotun. Completely mixed gear. Don't really care about the gear. But what I do care about is high HP, high crit rate, high crit damage. He is my damage dealer. Forget the accuracy. Don't care about the HP burn. I just want him to smack stuff up. Miscreated Monster. High crit rate. Good crit damage. High HP. High accuracy. I want him to stun. So accuracy is really important. I want him to move quickly. Keep the team alive. And I want him to throw out a bit of damage when he gets to go with that A2. We've got Nizana in a stun set as an option. Couple of hundred speed. Couple of hundred accuracy. I've got her crit rate up. It doesn't really need to be. High HP. Because she's also got ally protection. Manito I didn't build. Who else? I've got Luden in the mix. Again, in a shield set. Couple of hundred speed. Couple of hundred accuracy. High HP. Okay crit rate. Crit damage. So you can see that the builds are actually pretty similar on these guys. Sir Nick, where's my Sir Nick? He's in a bit of a fancier set of gear. He has got Savage gear, high HP, okay crit actually, it's not great. 240 odd crit damage. So he is kind of out there for nukes as well. Thought I built a Husk, can't see him. Maybe I left him in the vault this time round. Where are you? Yeah, he's not built. Okay. So we're going to run through some content and you can see the style of builds that I'm working on. I guess we'll just go into, I think Dragon's a good test just because all we're really looking at is wave, control, and damage. I can't throw them into Doom Tower, obviously. It's not out yet. And I cannot throw them into Faction Wars altogether. It looks like Doom Tower has got its own aura. So Dungeon Aura, which we were kind of speculating, is that going to work? It looks like that's not going to work. So you either need all battles or you need Doom Tower Aura. And so far I've only seen one champion in the game who is the new Void Legendary due to come out that has got Doom Tower. I have had a little sneaky tale told that Doom Tower is coming out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Around the 8th to the 10th of December is the sneaky message that I got. Yeah, so none of these people have got auras in all battles. So I'm going to assume that I don't have an aura at all. So I'm putting her in because it's not going to work. So you can see here, I've got 1 negative affinity. I've got a damage dealer. I've got 2 control champions and 2 support champions. So 1 damage, 2 control, 2 support. I actually don't have a Doom Screech built up, or I would have thrown him in. But he would be good here. But you can see the way this will roll then. So provoke, stuns, smacks. Ally protection from a Nizana. All of the damage coming into our provoke champion. I feel like Null Horn's one of the best champions for this group. Decrease attack to make sure that we don't take as much damage. Provoke goes back out and the cycle comes back around again. And we're just reliant really on Jotun doing some work. Miscreated Monster doing some work with this move. Good hits. Nice hit again from Jotun there, 20 odd K. I probably need to move him into Helm Smasher to get some real decent hits out of him. But still not bad, 11k A1. Haven't had any stuns out of Nizana yet, but there you go. Shield set is still kind of reigning true. Miscreated Monster throws the decreased defense out with his A1, which will help us along the way. And then you kind of get yourself through the waves. So you can see basically they don't really get a go. They don't really get a go. And we've got so much protection in our team that although it's going to be slow and steady, I think it'll be slow and steady and pretty comfortable. So this is like a control team. Let's move in with a different setup. So, you swap this for Hope. So you've got a different shield champion come in. Or you could actually go double shields, which if you're really struggling, double shield sets is kind of nice because it stacks. So she comes in here. We take out this element of control and, you could bring in damage dealers. So you could say, well, we want to speed this up. So Nick, get in the mix. I want my healer to upgrade. I want to go Luden for my healer. So I don't need this anymore. Who else do we want? I wish I built my Husk actually because he'd be good for like a more of a damagey style team. Who else? Maybe a Painkeeper in the mix. Yeah, so as long as you've got the core elements within your team. So in this setup, we've got a lot of team protection, but we don't have anywhere near as much control of the enemy, which this block cooldown skills is actually big from Luden. He becomes our control in essence because that just makes everyone do their A1. And then because we've got Jotun and Sonic in now, we should be able to kind of clear through the waves a bit quicker and get out this kind of weak source decreased defense. But anyway, so there's definitely different elements of teams that you can bring in, but I would totally advise 1 person at least in a shield set, at least 1 defensive, like healer style champ, couple of damage dealers if you can get them in, and probably a couple of control-based champions to get you through it. So, look guys, if I've left anyone out that you're going to use or that you're thinking of, comment below. If you want to see any more of these Doom Tower videos in particular, let me know below. I did one which was a flop. No one really watched it. I did another one which was watched a lot. So I'm kind of keen to know which ones you want to see in preparation for when the Doom Tower comes out. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you in a video soon.